Well, hello guys. How are you doing today? My name is Jesse Hill, and I'm here on Hillboy Gaming to chat. Yes, today is not a video game stream. Today we are doing some chatting about some things about the future of this page, the vision of this page. A lot of people, when they play video games, just expect to make a lot of money and go retire and go live in the Bahamas or drive a Ferrari, but that's not why I'm doing it. I have personal reasons for doing streaming. Not just for the love of video games, but things that have happened in my life that have made me to where I'm at today and caused me to stream. First off, before I get started in the stream, I want to take at least a moment of silence for 9/11. May we never forget the people that lost their lives that day. Some people may not like that's even a thing that people still talk about it, but it is a big part of our life, a big part of our country, a big part of our history as a nation. So, moment of silence. All right. Yes, that, like I said, let us never forget um, what this month, what happened in this month 20 years ago. Let us never forget that because if we do, history is doomed to repeat itself. But there's also another thing that this month is very big on. It is suicide awareness. Um, just a little recap. Today we are, like I said, we're just chatting, and I'm gonna read some. I have some stuff I want to read, um, and then as I'm going through, I want you to comment things, questions you may have. This video will be left up on the page. I will take it down, put it back up. That way, it could be on YouTube, it could be on Facebook, it could be linked in all the different places. That way, if you have any questions or you would like to refer back to this video, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to take too much time today. So, welcome to my life. Suicide is something we don't talk about enough in our lives, whether it be something we don't know about or it is something that we're scared to talk about. The thing is, with such a real issue, we all know someone who's either dealt with mental health or suicide at some point in their life. September is Suicide Awareness Month, and this week specifically is Awareness Week. We are coming up on the end of Awareness Week, and if you don't know what that means, that's Prevention Week. That's the people are emphasizing that you can call, you can help. It's sad that it only happens 1 week a year, but this month is specifically dedicated to suicide prevention and awareness. And yesterday was Wear Yellow for suicide awareness. So keep that in mind for next year. My life and how I've been affected. In my life, I have dealt with suicide 3 times, with who have knowing people who have dealt with it. First was growing up at my church I went to when I was a kid. We had a young person attempt to take his life and failed. He still lives to this day. The second person I had in my life was my uncle. At the age of 17, my uncle died of overdose, which is in most cases not considered suicide, or if you have heard the term, unintentional suicide. And third and most important, the one that affected my life. I was 19 years old and I lost my father to suicide. Fully intentional and no room for error or mistake. Now, I tell you this because my father is part of the reason why I stream. My love for video games can be stemmed back to growing up playing Atari and Super Nintendo, enjoying Contra 3 and Mario speedruns in the house. Now, I didn't share all that to make you feel bad for me. I shared that because there are different circumstances, there's different situations, there are different things that make suicide unique, and we don't talk about it enough. And a lot of times, the issues that we do have with suicide, they don't always get classified that way because it's easier to call it something else. Um, but like I said, my uncle's was never ruled a suicide, but um, growing up, after that point and talking to a bunch of people who eventually are in the suicide awareness field and area, they all say that the term unintentional suicide was a real thing, and I knew how my uncle was battling depression, anxiety. He was taking pills just to calm himself, and that's something that I'm pretty sure he did. So, anyways, since then I have learned this: there are signs that you can watch out for somebody who is dealing with it. One, how they behave. Two, how their mood is, and three, how they talk. A lot of times growing up, people joke around about different things, and you in a culture nowadays you hear a lot more than you should, but people are constantly joking about it, constantly making light of the situation when it is a real problem. So bad, so much so that there are stats that will blow your mind about how real of an issue it is. But I'm gonna read you some of these stats. These stats are come from NAMI, which is the suicide, or the NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Health. If you want to look these up, NAMI.com, you can see all these in the drop down boxes. I literally took all these stats and I put them, in what I'm reading today, just to better give them to you, whether it be today, tomorrow, forever, whenever, that we can go back and do it. One in every five adults experiences mental health issues any given day. 1 in 20 deal with serious mental health issues all the time. 17% of all 6 to 17-year-olds have some form of mental health issues. 78% of all suicides are males. The second leading cause of death between 10-year-olds and 34-year-olds is suicide. I'm going to read that again. The second leading cause of death of ages 10 to 34 is suicide. That's scary. That is sad. Think about that 10-year-old. 10-year-old, what grade is that? That's like third or fourth. No. Yeah, it's like third or fourth grade, maybe even fifth. I may not be adding my numbers up right. That's a young person. To 34, I'm only 26, about to be 27. My wife is 30, about to be 30. So, that's our age group. That's people that we know. That's people that it's people you see every day. That's the kid on the school bus. Anyways, the overall rate of suicide has increased 35% since 1999. It is the 10th leading cause of death in America. That is, and going back to something I said a second ago, that's a very scary thought because a lot of overdoses do not get classified as suicides because it's easier to call it an overdose than it is to call it a suicide. Anyways, 46% of people who have died by suicide have been diagnosed with some form of mental health issue. 90% have experienced symptoms. Now, there is a difference between dealing with mental health issues and being diagnosed and dealing with them. We all experience symptoms, anxiety, whether it be, we can't sit down, our mind is always constantly thinking, there's something better for me, or I'm not good enough. There's always these symptoms that pop up, the just want to be alone kind of thing. And like I said, NAMI is a very great website to look this stuff up. A lot of my information I cite, like I said, comes from NAMI, and I've known about NAMI for a long time now. There is a prevention of hotline. I will go ahead and give you that now. I will also type that in the comments. The number is 1-800-273-8255. The number again is 1-800-273-8255. I'm going to currently type that right now. All right, I put the prevention hotline number in there. Um, like I said, NAMI, great website. Now, there are people who you could talk to and want to hear you. This is a specific reason why this hotline was invented, so people could feel that they needed a place. If they needed a place, they could have a conversation. This channel will do more for that group of people. Suicide, like I said, has been a big part of my life for a long time, and it will continue to be a part of my life until I eventually one day pass away. This channel will do charity streams to help nonprofits who primarily focus on suicide awareness and prevention. We will do streams where percentages of the programs we will do streams where percentages will go to programs and even tournaments where all the money raised that night will go to support suicide prevention. One specific page, the page that we will be focusing on the most is the Yellow Elephant. Michelle Cope, the founder, is a good friend of mine and has had her platform for years. She offers decals and you can go directly towards making an impact with the issues that we have. I have some of the decals. I don't have all of them, just because I've used them. I actually put one on my phone. This is the decal. There are different ones. Like I said, I used to have a good majority of them. These are all I'm down to left right now. This is the Yellow Elephant. This is the suicide awareness one specifically. Then we have the police, and then we have the United States military. There is different ones. Like I said, there's one dealing with autism. There's one with prevention. There's one with breast cancer survivors. There's check her website out. I will leave that on the page as well for a few days, and I will tag her page to my page and to my personal profile. So if you want more information, go get that. Yes, like I said, this video will stay up on the page. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, if they want to share this video with any of their friends to show that there are people out there that care. And like I said, for me, I've talked to a few of my buddies, and we are going to do tournaments. We are planning on trying to do one by the end of October. That will be the first suicide awareness charity tournament for the Hillboy Gaming, and that will be played in Warzone. And depending on where video games are at in 6 months, we want to do another one. But whenever I do the charity streams where the percentage goes to her, I will link it down below. And what I'll do is at that point I'll have something figured out where the money that is raised that night can go straight to her, so I'm not having to touch it, just because it's not me. I don't want to deal with that. And even when we do the full charity streams, there will be a link in the comments that will go straight to her page. That way people can donate straight to her, have nothing to worry about. And it can be flawless, it could be seamless, it could be, like I said, I just don't want to touch any money. I don't want it to be on me. I want it to be from you, from the goodness of your heart. But does anybody, I know I don't have a lot of people watching right now, but I've had some people stick through. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, things they would like to ask, say, anything? Sorry, I look like I just woke up. I did not too long ago. Well, if everybody's at peace and everybody's good, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I'm going to, as quick as I can, try to, like I said, take this video down and then put it back up. That way it doesn't get deleted. And I may actually leave this one. Chris, you didn't have to do that. That's not what this is about. I'm not playing video games. Yes, Denise, it is a part of my story. It's part of who I am. It's part of what's made me the person I am today. And I will never stop sharing about that. It's something that will always be a part of my life. But anyways, without further ado, I am going to end the stream. It is 9:45. Go do something productive. If you see somebody who served in the military, thank them for their service. Never forget today's 9/11. Never forget what happened 20 years ago. And yeah. So without further ado, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good rest of the day. Be safe out there, and we'll see you again on tomorrow. I have a new toy coming in for the stream, and I cannot wait to try it out. I may not have it ready by tomorrow, but I will definitely have it by next Tuesday. So without further ado, enjoy yourself. Have a good rest of the day, and peace.